Hello and welcome to my channel. I am TJ Randolph and welcome to Mosaic with TJ Randolph. Today I'm going to discuss the alleged attack on a teacher in Rockdale County. Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, listen, I have been pondering what to say about this because I just can't fathom it. I cannot fathom that this is what we've come to as a society. We've always known that teachers have not been compensated appropriately for being charged with the responsibility of teaching our children, but now we've gone so far or so low as a society. Now children are beating up teachers. So I'm incredulous because here's the thing. Before I even get to the video, I was thinking about high school myself. And I know, you say, well, TJ, that's a long time ago. Yeah, it is. But we had teachers that would kind of talk to us kind of flippant, whatever, basically when we were doing stupid stuff. But we had respect for authority. These kids have no respect for authority. And that's a parenting problem. I say again, that's a parenting problem. So let's go ahead and get into this video. I need to go ahead and dissect it.
Sending her to the hospital with a broken leg. Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. I'm Tom Hayes. The Sheriff's Office and the school district now have open investigations. News reporter Joy Dukes joins us now from the live desk. Joy, teacher advocates say classrooms have gotten more violent over the years.
Yeah, Tom, that teacher will have to undergo rehabilitation for her injuries. A representative for a state teachers union says that kind of violence at the hands of students is directly related to the country's massive teacher shortage.
And why would, okay, yes, the country's massive teacher shortage, but why would someone want to do that if that's how they're going to end up? When people go into education, it's not because they're trying to get rich, obviously. It's because they believe they have a calling and they want to teach our children. See, the demise of this whole, teacher, parent, teacher, child situation started when the student would go home and tell the parent, my teacher did this to me or my teacher did that to me. And instead of thinking, okay, well, I know how my child is, maybe it may not be completely true. Go in and believe the teacher, go ahead and assault the teacher verbally. Let's go.
This video of a student attacking a teacher inside a Heritage High School classroom on January 26th is now under review by the school district and authorities with the Rockdale County Sheriff's Office.
Students are out of control.
The video, which has since been shared thousands of times on social media, shows chaos erupting in the hallway after an argument between the student and teacher seen here escalate.
Okay, hold up. Personal space. Personal space. The fact that this child felt entitled that she could go up and get in the teacher's face, even if she didn't like what the teacher was saying to her. Guess what? Child, you hold that thought and you take it to your mama and let her deal with the teacher. You are out of order. But here's the thing. By virtue of the fact that this child felt that she emboldened enough to do that, that's a parenting problem. And she obviously has no respect for authority. And whose fault is that? That's a parenting problem. Let's go.
As that student appears to slam the classroom door on the teacher and then begins to throw punches.
There is no excuse for the violence. There is no excuse for children who are coming to our schools daily. And we can have it so others cannot learn.
Verdelia Turner is the president of the Georgia Federation of Teachers. She says she was angered by what she saw in that video when she first watched it Monday. She tells Fox 5 incidents like this would make it difficult to keep teachers inside the classroom.
When we search the web and just Google student assaults on teachers, we'll see numerous assaults across the country.
She believes both students and parents should be held accountable.
In this city and this state, we are in a state of emergency. And right now, we need zero tolerance.
A spokesperson.
Fact. Fact. Fact.
For Rockdale County Public Schools issued a statement that reads in part, quote, RCPS does not tolerate student violence towards any staff members. Students who harm other students or staff will be disciplined according to our Student Discipline Code of Conduct and will be appropriately charged by law enforcement.
It's unclear exactly what disciplinary action that student is facing from the school tonight. No word on potential criminal charges at this time either, but the Rockdale County Sheriff's Office says the investigation is active and ongoing.
Okay. I have no words. My heart goes out for out to teachers. You know, I'm reminded of my daughter when she was in high school, and she graduated from high school 10 years ago. So I know a lot has changed since then. But I still contend, no matter what, it's a parenting problem. And for those who you want to blame single mamas for that, whatsoever, because I'm about to grow you right now. My daughter, you know, primarily born in a single parent household under me. But she knew I did not tolerate any mess. And she knew from here, if I had to go up to a school behind some mess, it was going to be hell to pay. And here's another thing. I knew my child. So when she would come home and tell me some foolishness going on with a teacher, I had to say, let me think about it. I know how she is with me. So, let me go talk to the teacher about that. I didn't automatically take my daughter's side because I know my child, and she knew her mama wasn't having it. And if there was a situation that the teachers were at fault, she knew I would handle that too. But whatever it was, she knew about respecting authority because this single mother taught her that. And her father too, but I was a primary parent, so she's with me most of the time. So I dealt with the discipline most of the time. And she knew good and damn well we wasn't going for that. And then we have these parents on these, as it relates to this story, talking about, well, teachers need to learn how to de-escalate and they need to know how they're talking to children. Excuse me? How about you teach your child how to respect authority? How about that? How about that? How about you teach your child how to respect authority? Yes, teachers need to de-escalate. But excuse me, how would you suppose that the teacher de-escalate when that girl is in her face, spitting in their face and what? Because long before she got in her face, I'm sure she was trying to de-escalate. But the problem is, these kids don't want to be corrected. And again, that's a parenting problem. That's a parenting problem. You know your child, and by this conduct, oh yeah, you know this is not new. I said it and mean it. Listen to this.
Our Rockdale County teacher is recovering in the hospital after the school district says she was attacked by a student. Rockdale County Public Schools says it happened late last week, and now they are investigating along with the help of the Sheriff's Office. A GoFundMe page set up for the teacher shares some details. She was substituting for a co-worker at Heritage High School last Thursday when she attempted to redirect a student for off-task behavior. That's when the student allegedly started to attack the teacher. The GoFundMe also says that the English teacher has been in education for 27 years. We'll continue to follow the investigation as more details are available.
So again, the teacher has been in education for 27 years. It astounds me. Do you understand? This is an English teacher. The English teacher that I had, shout out to Miss Thomas, she would get in our asses. She wouldn't cuss us out, but we knew she wasn't playing. And guess what? We respected her authority, even though we didn't like it. And we all had our little grumblings about the teachers, because that's what kids do. But we knew we wasn't going to act a fool or there'd be consequences. And many of us still talk to Miss Thomas to this day. Y'all got a problem. It's a parenting problem. It's a parenting problem. And I'm disgusted by it. And I bet this mom is probably going to blame the teacher. Well, what did she say to my daughter? How about your daughter needed to sit her ass down, and if she didn't like what was going on, tell you when she got home, like my daughter knew to do. But in no shape, form, or fashion should your daughter as a child, get in a teacher's face like that. Let me tell you something. Story time. My daughter's teacher, Senora Graham, Danielle didn't really like her that much at first because Senora Graham was sassy, a sassy Spaniard. No nonsense. Senora Graham starts telling me about some of the things my daughter's doing. Now, to let my daughter tell it, Senora Graham didn't like her and picking on her. Okay? Yep, does that sound familiar? So, because I know my child, I talked to Senora Graham. I said, you know what? Let me handle it. I go get to the class on a school day before my daughter gets in there, and I'm in the back. I'm in the back of the class, so she didn't even recognize it, didn't even notice that I was there. And I'm watching her. I'm watching her conduct. She hasn't noticed that I'm there. All of a sudden, she turns and she looks at me, and she's like, her eyes got big as saucers. She knew what time it was. I didn't say nothing to her. The kids in the class didn't even know I was her mom. They probably thought I was a visiting teacher. I let her go to the next class. Okay? So she comes up to me before I leave and she said, Mom, I guess I can't go to my friend's house for the sleepover tonight. I'm like, yeah, you can go. You can go. And I want you to have a good time too. Because see, while you're having a good time, I'm going to think about how I want to handle this. So this might be the last time you see them for a while. So I want you to have a real good time. It's a parenting problem. I said it. I meant it. And the fruit of my labor, of our labor, me and her father, is evident in the person that she's become. So, that's a parenting problem. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, okay? Until next time, ciao for now.